Hey guys, and welcome to our call tonight. I had to do a recording because my internet has been out for the last 2 days and then it was back on this morning, and after dinner I was like, oh my gosh, I think the internet is out again. So I had to record this early to get it to Tiffany so she can play it for you guys tonight during the team call. But I wanted to get this done, so hopefully I can get it over to her. Obviously, if you're watching this, we got it done in time. So anyways, tonight I am going to talk about Leaders Retreat, and I am super duper excited for this contest. I love contests. I think they're a lot of fun. I think they are an easy way to get your goals out there and wrote down on paper. We all know that if you write down a goal, you're more likely to accomplish it. So to write down our goals and to focus on those things over the next 4 months for July, August, September, and October during this contest, that is going to be huge for your business. So before I talk about the strategy, and there's several different strategies, I want to talk a little bit about Leaders Retreat and why you absolutely need to be there. Number one, the training is so good. It's going to be really, really awesome to be there, to be inspired. You can't go to a Plexus event and not leave just inspired and have a renewed vision for your business or for your life. It's just so inspiring on so many different levels. So it's important to be there. Also, it's free. They pay for your hotel room for all of the days that you're there, and you get so many rewards. You can be rewarded. If you look at the contest, you can get prizes based on how many points you get, but you can get them to pay for your flight. You're gonna have dinners that'll take care of your meals, all of these things. And one of the best parts is you get to bring a guest. So that is super fun that you get to bring somebody with you. It's not just for you. You get to bring a guest and they can stay there with you in your hotel room, and it's just such an overall fun time. I know my sister, I took her, it was her first Plexus event, and she had been on the fence and kind of skeptical, but I took her to my first shopping spree that I won, and I was like, listen, if you're gonna go with me, you need to get to gold. So she worked really hard, got herself to gold, and then I let her go as my guest on the shopping spree, and she said that it was one of the biggest life-changing things as far as her business is concerned, was to be there and to be around the jewels and to just see the Plexus culture. That's what it showed her, was just the Plexus culture. So we're going to talk a little bit about the shopping spree, because I have an easy strategy that every single one of you could earn just the shopping spree. So let me just say something that I know my level ones would be on here nodding their head yes, because they know how this goes. You guys, when you make your goals and you set them very small, that's what you're going to get. So set big goals, because you are going to end closer to those goals than you think. And we say this every single year, every single contest, and we are right every single time. So when will people learn? Hopefully today. Okay, you guys need to set your goals and make them big, and then go for it. Decide to make this happen. So I have one strategy. This is for earning Leaders Retreat. This is how you can earn Leaders Retreat. And there's a lot of different ways. What you need to do is go and look at the points. Like if you had 500 PV, how many points would you get for each month, all 4 months? If you have this many level ones, how many points would you get? If you recruited everybody yourself and got yourself there, how many people would you need? So you can look at the contest itself and then look at the little tracker that we posted in Pink Power, and then you can decide what you want to do to make this happen. But this is my favorite strategy, and I was like, oh my gosh, everybody can do this. This is so simple, and it's going to really grow your business, okay? So what you want, you need 800 credits to qualify for Leaders Retreat. So what you want to do is make sure you get 800 credits over the next 4 months. In order to be qualified, you have to have 4 level 1 ambassadors or customers. So this is a strategy, okay? Write this down. You want to have 20 level 1s over the next 4 months. So that's 5 level 1s a month. That'll get you 600 points. And in that getting 20 level 1s, you're going to go silver, you're going to go senior silver, and you're going to go gold. So that's going to get you the 100 points for silver, the 125 points for senior silver, and the 150 points for gold. So that leaves you with 975 points at the end of October, which is Earning Leaders Retreat, okay? So if you feel like that's doable and like that is something that you can do to get the shopping spree, all you have to do is do that and get 3 of your 20 people to do the same thing. So get 3 level 1s to get 20 level 1s, which will be your level 2s, and get them to rank to silver, to senior silver, and to gold. And that is going to get you 2,925 points. And what you need for the shopping spree is 2,800 points to get that $2,000 shopping spree. Also, if you have 3 level 1s hitting gold, and you are already gold, so you already have 100 points, and then you get 3 more people to be hitting gold, you are going to be close to ruby. At the end of October, you're going to be ruby. So you guys, this is definitely something that is so doable for anybody. If you got 4, I think you'd need 4 level 1 golds to hit ruby, but somewhere along those lines, you're going to have people who go higher than gold as you're helping them get their their Earning Leaders Retreat, and you're getting your shopping spree. They're going to be going higher than gold, and that's going to put you at ruby more than likely. So that is a really good goal to have. You're going to have so many bonuses coming in from ranking from silver to senior silver to gold to senior gold to ruby. That's 5 ranks. You're going to have a lot of credits, and you're going to have a lot of bonuses. So that is the strategy that I love and I think is so doable, to get 21 level 1s and then to get 3 of those 20 to go out and do the same thing as you. That is a pretty good odds when you recruit 20 people that 3 of them are going to be interested in this business. And then of course, if you get 3 people to do what you just did in Earn Leaders Retreat, they can get 3 people to do what you guys just did, and they can earn Leaders Retreat, and then your level 1s, you'll have 3 level 1s who earn the shopping spree. This duplication is so simple. That's why I love this business overall. It's just really simple, and we just do the same things over and over again, okay? So here is how you get those joins, or how you get people to silver. It's the same thing. The same way that you get joins, that is also how you're going to get people to silver, okay? And it's by doing 4 basic things. You're going to reach out, you're going to follow up, you're going to close, and you're going to duplicate that. That means you're going to help the people that you signed up do what you just did. So you're going to duplicate that, okay? So reaching out, how do you do this? You are going to be posting on Facebook, posting on social media, and you're going to be contacting people. You're going to be talking to your family. You're going to be talking to your friends. You're going to be excited. Most of all, be excited. In your posting, be excited. Don't just copy and paste and, all right, checked it off my list, next. No, don't do that. Be excited and confident about what you are doing. Even if you don't feel confident in yourself, be confident in knowing that, kind of borrow someone else's confidence. I remember Lori Welch told me that one time that this was so many years ago, probably 7 years ago, but she was going to do a speaking engagement, and she was going to tell herself that she was going to be like Sonia Dudley, because Sonia Dudley's so confident and she had all these things. And that's what Lori Welch is envisioning in her mind, was that she was going to be like Sonia Dudley. So if you have to envision yourself as someone else who is bold and confident in their posting, go ahead and do that. But don't be afraid. Just go ahead, start reaching out, create a list with 2 categories: people who need this business opportunity and people who need the products. And then reach out to them and just share with them. You're like that waitress that's pouring water. And some books that I would recommend, and they're really easy reads, would be Rock Your Network Marketing Business by Sarah Robbins. If you're brand new and you haven't read that one yet, go ahead and grab that real quick and just read it. I am pretty certain that Brittany Howard and I, and probably Cody too, we read that book maybe 5 times, 6 times. We listened to it on the audio, and that's how we learned to grow our business. We didn't have all of the resources that you guys have, or all of the trainings. We started these trainings for you guys because we didn't have this. So what we had was that book. That was a good one. Go Pro by Eric Worre. He has a lot of really good podcasts and stuff, but his book is really good as well. And a bigger book, but it's probably my favorite network marketing book, would be Get Over Yourself. And that's a really good one too. We've done a couple book studies on that. So those would be some good network marketing books. Ask your upline about them and where you can get them, probably on Amazon. So those will be really helpful. But what you want to do is you want to create that list and start working through your list. Facebook is a great place. We have a really old video. Brittany Howard made it, and she printed off her friends list, and then she highlighted the people that she had contacted in pink, or the people that she's going to reach out to about the business in blue. Like, she color coded it, and she started working through her friends list. And I remember as she was in the middle of working through her friends list, she hit emerald while she was in the middle of all of that. Things just kind of exploded. So that'll be really helpful too. And then follow up. This is so important. We all say that the fortune is in the follow up for a reason, because it is. You need to keep following up. And another way to follow up with people is to have them have constant repeat exposures. So when you post every day and somebody had been reaching out to you about supplements for their kids, or what might help their husband with a certain health issue, and you post a testimony or you post some information, that is a form of exposure that's going to help them when you follow up with them. A lot of times people will follow up and their prospects they don't have enough information. They don't know what they're saying no to when they say no to you, because they do not fully understand either the products or this business opportunity, or both. So the more you get yourself out there and share and boldly talk about what it is that you're doing, the more information they're going to have when you do go to follow up with them and you ask them questions. Don't just puke plexus and give them a bunch of information all at once. That is the worst thing you can possibly do. You want to have more of a back and forth conversation. And this is something that I had to learn for sure, because I am the type of person that most people probably aren't. I just want the information. Just give me the information and let me do whatever I need to with it. But most people like to have a back and forth conversation, and they want a relationship. They want that connection. So don't be discouraged if it takes over 10 follow-ups to get someone on board. That happens. So you want to just keep giving them repeat exposures. You can send them videos. But the most important thing that you want to do is have conversations with them. Real, honest, genuine conversations, okay? So the other, step 3, is closing. We have a group called the Pink Powerful Training Group, and there's a lot of videos in there, and we have a graphic on closing. And I wouldn't say that this is the hardest thing, but a lot of people find it easy to post, to reach out, to follow up, but they're like, all right, how do I actually get someone to buy? I know Timmy Yancey had a good video, and we have that in our files there, but one of the biggest things to remember is to just assume the sale. Just go ahead and ask them, all right, you ready? Let's do this. I have some time tonight. I can help you get signed up. I can help get you started. Or, girl, what are you waiting for? Seriously. Another question to ask is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how close are you to, biting the bullet, getting ready to join? However you want to word that. And then if they say, they're a 6, say what's holding you back? A lot of times they just don't know the questions to ask, or what they really want is for you to take the lead, which is, again, why we tell people, hey, this is the welcome pack for you. Don't leave them sitting there with 20 different options. Go ahead and pick the welcome pack. Tell them what products they're getting. Tell them what's going to help them. You're the expert. They're coming to you. They're trusting you. They're interested in what you're doing because they trust you. So go ahead and you take the reins and guide them and tell them what they're going to do. Don't take a step back. Don't say, one of the worst things you can say is, let me know if you have any questions. No, you never want to leave the ball in their court. These are all things that you can learn from any of those network marketing books that I mentioned, or any of our videos on reaching out or following up or closing. I know Cody has a lot of good videos on following up. So there's that. And then duplicate. So once you sign someone up, the worst thing you can do is leave them. All right, I got them, on to the next person. All right, I got them, on to the next person. No, you don't. You do not want to do that. You want to be talking to them. You want to help them go silver. You want to be communicating with them. You want to be making sure they're getting results on the products. And you want to be a friend. You want to have that relationship with them that is going to build that trust. So if they hit a detox, or they don't know what they're doing or where they're going with their business or their products, they're going to trust you, and they're going to be able to come to you to have that relationship and that help and that guidance that they need. Even if you were a self-motivated self-starter, didn't really require a lot of help, or it was easy for you to hit silver or gold, don't expect it to be like that for your people. Most people need some sort of help. They need you to show them how to do this, and then to help them do this until they feel ready to do this on their own. So make sure you are doing this with them, and do not just leave them there and expect them to hit silver, or expect some people to sign up. Sometimes that does happen, and that's always a nice surprise when it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't know she was working the business and she hit silver. What is she doing over here? But you're going to want to help them, okay? So this is the how-to part of your strategy, how to execute. Now that you have a plan, this is what you do. This is how you find people and sign them up and move through that process. And then you want to help them do the same, okay? So some of the things that we have to help your people go silver, just if you can go silver, you can help someone else go silver. Just tell them to do what you did, okay? Also, the other thing that we have this month, which is going to be awesome, is the red, white, and silver group that a lot of your jewels and rubies have worked really hard to put together. And in there, you're going to see how different people have hit silver, because there's lots of different ways. I told my family, hey, you need to join me. You got to be bold. You got to be bold enough to reach out, and then to expect them to make the same decision you did, because you're smart. You decided to do these products because they are helping so many people. You had your reasons, and it's smart to think that other people have the same needs and the same reasons for wanting to do this as well, okay? So that's that confidence and that belief in what you're doing. The other thing that I already kind of mentioned is talking daily and building a relationship. By talking daily, I don't mean just having one sentence conversations. Hey, how are you? I'm good. And that's the end of it. That is not having a conversation. Having a conversation is, and if you're not very good at this, read How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. That's a really, really helpful book on this topic. But the way that you want your chats to be going is to just have that back and forth conversation, like I said. Ask them about their day, ask them about their kids, really genuinely care about them and their lives, and helping them get results on the products. If you can get on the phone with them, that's even better. There's a lot of other things that you can do too. Get them on the phone with your sponsor. Have your sponsor share their story, their testimony of the products or the business. Put them in a 3-way chat with your sponsor. That's so important too, especially if they hit detox. A lot of times people don't want to listen to their friend or their sister, but they'll listen to some stranger because, I don't know, they just feel like, okay, she must know what she's talking about, but of course my sister doesn't, or of course my best friend doesn't. Like, they think of someone else kind of as like the expert. Okay, and so something else that we have, and this has been so helpful. I get messages every week. Jamie Haskin put together a launch party page, and if you're not in that, you can ask to be added into that and we'll get you in. But this is so good. You can do launch parties for all of your level ones individually, or you can do one big launch party. I feel like the bigger the better. The more comments, the more engagements, the more excitement that there is. And those are something that you can do ongoing instead of waiting for a big, oh my gosh, what do we call it? A big opportunity event or a big product event or a big event that the whole team does, go ahead and do those little launch parties for everyone and have them invite their people. There's invitation scripts wrote up so you can know exactly what to send out and to say to people to invite them. Personalize it. Always make it personal. Don't just do a copy and paste. People know when they're getting a copy and paste. Sending a voice message is always good too, to invite people, or even when you're having your conversations. Sometimes just hearing your voice, it builds more of a connection than just messaging. Okay. So the other thing that's really important is to focus on getting them results. You can't just give them the products and expect them to get results automatically. That does happen, and that's very nice when it does. But most people need guidance with drink some more water, or let's up your ProBio 5. You're still having sugar cravings. Here's why. We're not talking to toddlers here. We're talking to grown adults, and they want to know why. Now, certain personality types like a bigger explanation, but everybody likes to know why. And it's a good idea to tell them why. So if they're having detox, send them an article. If they need more ProBio 5 and they're still having sugar cravings, send them an article as to, why probiotics stop sugar cravings and stuff like that. So it's definitely important that you share third-party articles for that third-party validation. So it's not just you and your word and what you're saying, but also they're hearing it from someone else too, and it just kind of validates what you're saying and adds weight to your words. So that's one of my favorite things to do. Tiffany was having trouble with the products when she first started, and I sent her articles and articles and articles. I'm like, here you go. Stay on your medication. Stay going down the track you're going down. Don't detox. This is what your body is, what's going to happen to your body. After time, this is the direction you are heading. So I suggest you take these products and heal your body. I got stuff from PubMed. I used reputable sources, but I did a lot of that. And then the last thing is, when you sign someone up, you want to know their why. Ask them, are you just wanting to use the products right now? Or are you possibly interested in making some money? Are you interested in a home business? Are you interested in getting your products paid for? Most of the time, and I've never had anybody say any differently to me, but most of the time they will say, yes, I am actually. And it was really eye-opening when I started asking people that question, because I found out how many people were interested in possibly making money. And I was like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. Just adding that little sentence in there. And a lot of times there's less pressure to get an answer from them before they even have their products, because they don't have their products yet, and you're not trying to push them into doing anything yet. You're just asking them, and they don't feel pressured. So they will honestly tell you, yes, I'm interested. I would consider having a work at home business, or I would consider sharing these products. Yeah, for sure. So then you kind of know where to guide and direct them. And what I always do, and what you should be doing too, is when you know their why, whether it's just to get healthy, or to possibly share the products, or to get their products paid for, push them a little bit further, just a little bit further. So I have several level 1s and 2s on my teams who just want to pay for their kids' private education. And I'm like, okay, you've already covered your private education for the kids. Let's go a little bit further. Look at what you can do. Look at how quickly you did that. Just help your team, your people, to dream big, to think outside of themselves, and to really just dream big. We're going through the book study, The Magic of Thinking Big, right now, which if you're not on it, you should be on Thursday nights. But it just talks so much about that, and people don't know how to dream that big. So that's your job. Now, if someone said that they just want their products paid for, do not jump right in and say, girl, let's go diamond. Oh my gosh, we need to be diamond right now. Don't go that far, but try to get them to think about more than their products being paid for. If time and money were no object, what would they want their life to look like? If they're struggling to even buy supplements, you guys, they're probably struggling to pay the bills, or to put money aside for their kids' college education, or to pay off their house, or to invest in their future. I'm 34 years old, but we're thinking ahead to retirement, and that's smart. Those are the kind of things that people need help to think about, because a lot of times in our society we just don't think about those things, you know? So be sure to help them dream big. Whatever their goals are, push them just a little bit further. And that is a skill that you learn, but it's something that you really want to do. Don't just settle for, okay, they want their products paid for. Never settle in your mind for that. Or, okay, she doesn't want to share the products. No, everybody at the minimum at least needs to be getting silver, getting their products paid for, getting their best friend or their mother or their sister alongside them to do this together, because there's nothing worse than being on a journey alone by yourself and you're the only person doing Plexus and you don't know anybody else who's doing that. So to bring some of your people alongside you on this journey, it's going to really inspire and motivate them to keep going and to go even further. And what's even better is when you sign someone up who had no interest in the business, but they sign someone up who's like, yeah, this is great. I totally get this compensation plan. And then your level one, it's like the sparks go off in their brain and they're like, oh my gosh, maybe I should do this too. And I've seen that happen so often. I can't even count how many times that a level two has motivated one of my level ones to go further. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. Again, look at the contest, look at the rules, create your own strategy, crunch some numbers. I've earned Leaders Retreat every single year since I joined. So I'm definitely confident that you guys can do this. I joined in July, and so Leaders Retreat, when I joined, was in October. So I had those 3 months and I earned it, and I earned the dinners and all of those things. So I didn't quite get the shopping spree my first year, but I think that any of you can do this if you do this strategy. Seriously, just go find 20 level ones and find 3 people to do the same exact thing, and you've got the shopping spree. You've got the top prize in this entire contest. And the shopping spree is for you and a guest, and your flight is paid for out to Arizona as well. So I can't wait to see all of you at Leaders Retreat in January, and I know we are going to have every one of you earning this and so many more, earning the shopping spree this year than ever before. Bye, guys.